Hello Leo, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Leo for the next 3 months. So this will cover the period of time between October, November, and December. This would be quarter 4 or Q4 if you're more of a business person. Do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Let's go and take a look at what we have here for you, Leo. Now I am using the Gilded Tarot, the Kipper Oracle deck, as well as the Prism Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below. If you'd like to pick them up for yourself, do hit the like button and subscribe. It really does help my channel grow in a big way. All right. Take a bunch of those Oracle cards, we'll take a couple of these, and let me make sure we're all set up here and in view, and then we'll get right into it. All right. And cool. I think that looks just about good enough to me. All right. Energy on the bottom, you have the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands speaks to competition in one's life. This may mean that you need to kind of take a stand against somebody here. There is a conflict for you that is showing up here in the next 3 months. Nothing to be stressed about. This could be with an air sign. This could also be with a Taurus here as well. But try not to get hung up on the signs because the natal chart is wide. You know, they might not be, their sun sign might not be Taurus or an air sign. Just keep that in mind. But the Seven of Wands asks you to stand up for yourself and stick up for you and stick to what you believe is true for you. Okay, when you get the Seven of Wands energy, try not to live somebody else's life. Try not to do anything that knocks you off your path when you get the Seven of Wands. The thing is, with this card, it says that you're successful because the truth is, and the reality is, that with success comes competition. And I do see that there are signs of success here for you in the next 3 months, for sure. Particularly in finance work, I don't see like almost any love messages here, like almost none. Maybe there will be some in the oracles when we look at those, but for the most part, this seems to be some sort of conflict connected to work. Maybe also somehow that is connected to finance for you, but I think it's probably work, if anything. But I do see success here for you. I think that it's going to be very important that you take periods of rest in the next 3 months as well, so that you can give yourself space to recover, to recuperate, to make sure that you're kind of playing the game at 100% or as close to 100% as you can. During this period of time, but let's go ahead and dive into this a little bit more. Now, in the current situation, you do have this Five of Wands. This is a conflict, okay? You can see the people on the card here are sparring, and what's possible here is some of you are competing for... So here's what's interesting. So you have the Five of Wands. The card that would come next would be the Six of Wands, and then the card after that is the Seven of Wands. So we're missing the Six of Wands. Okay, the Six of Wands is a victory. So either you're winning this or nothing. Like for you, it's all or nothing. I think some of you are like, okay, if I'm not getting the prize here, I don't want it. Like I don't want to be a part of this. I don't want to be here. Like for you, you're going for gold. Leo, you are going for gold here, is what I feel like saying. And you know, it is a competitive situation. Now, competition's a part of life. The thing that's interesting about competition is it propels us to do amazing things, but it also brings out the worst in us as humans. And so I'm not telling you to not compete. You know, it's part of, especially workplaces. And some of you may work for a larger organization with the Hierophant because of that card showing up here. And it's especially prevalent in larger organizations, competition that is. It's especially prevalent. And so, yeah, I think that this might even be connected to, there's some sort of result here that is showing up in the future, some sort of like financial result. It may be connected to a job raise, or it may be connected to your standing within your organization. In the problem position, you have the Six of Swords. So this is asking you to go through a transition in your life, to go to a new place, to sail on new waters, to see new things, to test new waters, to, go to new places in your life. But when it's in the problem position, it's almost like somebody's blocking you, or you feel like somebody's blocking you here. Again, this is a time for you to do what you feel like you need to do with the Seven of Wands. Don't let anybody live your life for you. With that Seven of Wands energy, don't let anybody live your life for you here, is what I feel like saying. And as long as you're doing your best, okay, as long as you feel like you're doing everything you can, then there's nothing left for you to do other than to just allow yourself to be guided, because you're doing everything you can. And so keep that in mind. Now, in the past, you have the Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands in the past here, this means to me that you've had some sort of event that left you a little bit breathless. Or maybe, can you even be a little bit breathless? Probably not. That left you breathless, okay? That left you like, whoa, I was not expecting this. And it can be a surprise. Now, the Eight of Wands is a very good card, okay? It's a very good card of good news, surprises, like pleasant surprises, also things moving forward. The thing is, this is connecting to a conflict in some ways, potentially. And actually, the Six of Swords in the problem position is similar to the Eight of Wands in the problem position. When the Eight of Wands is, we'll say, reversed or in the problem position, the Eight of Wands would suggest that there are delays. And so it's almost like, for some of you, I get the sense that you're ready for something now. And for whatever reason, maybe it was a Mercury retrograde that we're just coming out of, or whatever, the sixth planet retrograde, or whatever it is. For whatever reason, the delay was necessary. And I feel like for some of you, you're so focused on results because in the future, you have this Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is all about results coming in. So they are coming in the future. And if there is some type of competition here, it does seem like you will be the victor. And the reason I say that is you are in the outcome here, Leo. Your card, the Strength card, is in the outcome. And you're also defending your ground here as well. So, and you have results here. So it seems like things are going very well in that area. But the time between now and the results coming in, I think is maybe a little bit stressful for you. What I will say is the star of the show here between now and the end of the year is Mars. Mars is going retrograde in October in Gemini. Mars in Gemini is going retrograde. And I'm giving everybody this warning, which is be very, very careful about the way that you handle conflicts. And be very, very, because Mars rules conflicts. Be very, very careful about burning bridges, because it's going to be very easy to say something that you later regret during this time. Mars will be in Gemini for like 6 or 7 months, all the way through to March. So an incredible length of time to have that Mars where it is. And Gemini is all about communication and communication. And so just something to consider. Now, on your thoughts, in your awareness here, you have the Four of Swords. You know that you need to take a break from something, from this conflict here. You know you need to give yourself periods of rest, moments of rest. Allow a situation to sort of work out the way it's going to work out with the Four of Swords is what I would say here for you. And try not to force it's almost one of these things where I don't think you can force the results in this case. I mean, it's never really a good idea to force anything. But certainly in this case, I feel like I feel like you can't force the results here. It's almost like you're just dealing with something that's a little bit outside of you at this time. In the subconscious, this is what you can't see or what is hidden. You have the King of Swords. This King of Swords card, this can refer to your boss. It can refer to somebody in a position of authority or leadership. This could, of course, be you. I don't attach gender to my card, so it could be you, or it could be anybody. This could be you, the Strength card could be you, the Hierophant could be, it doesn't matter. The Knight could be you, it doesn't matter. These are just energies. But the King of Swords here, this can also, if it's not a person, or if it's not a person, it asks you to focus on your strengths. And that is the thing that makes the King of Swords extremely successful, is that they focus on what they're good at. And they kind of, So that's what I'm really being guided to tell you, which is to focus on your strengths at this time. And I think that could really carry you forward in a big way, particularly as it connects to, like I said, some sort of conflict that may be coming in here. I got to tell you, I mean, I'm almost through these quarterly readings, and conflicts are on the board. All right, conflicts are on the board for the collective. I really think it's the Mars action that's going on, but yeah. Now, in the future, this is the direction that you were headed. In your current influence, the way that you are influencing the situation, you have the Nine of Swords. This conflict, or this feeling of these results that you are so patiently waiting for, is causing sleepless nights here with the Nine of Swords. Okay, this person is having a nightmare. They're staying up late at night. They're stressed about something. They're anxious. The results are, according to this reading, on the way, with the Knight of Pentacles in the future and your energy in the outcome. And so try to the best of your ability to not spend the time between now and the results coming in stressing yourself out. Okay, you need to do some self-care. If this reading is for you, you need to do some self-care here, for sure. And that could really help you. That could really help you out. In the external influence, you have the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune talks about, you know what I felt like saying? Fated events. It doesn't always talk like that. I don't always describe it like that, but it's about fate and destiny. But there's something about fated events here that's showing up for you here in the next 3 months. Like, sometimes fate is just a part of our experience, and there are things that we cannot control, you know? I've been saying it in this entire reading, but the Wheel of Fortune is like kind of like this idea of your destiny spinning, like the wheel of your destiny sort of like coming in and changing. And with the Wheel of Fortune, you do want to make sure that you're taking action. I don't think that's the problem for you. I think the problem for you is waiting for the right time, okay? Waiting for the right time, because some of you are like raring to go, like you're ready, like you are ready. And that's certainly something that's showing up here. Now, in the hopes and fears, you have the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is all about tradition. So this can be something connected to marriage. It can be something that can talk about, it can obviously be marriage, but it can also be like work, business, because 9 to 5s are traditional. It can indicate big business or big organization. It can also just say that there's like a mentor in your life or something like this here as well. There are lots of things with the Hierophant. It's sort of like the old guard. It's the old way of doing things. It's the traditional way of doing things. I think for some of you, this is connecting to where you work. It's possible that some of you are business owners, but I think I'm talking to people who have work situation, like that, like have a career, like a 9 to 5 career here. In the outcome, you have the Strength card. This is the Leo card. I've been talking about it the whole time, but this in the outcome for me, for you, is very favorable to get this in the outcome, because it's your energy. Again, we've been talking about how like you're really trying to bring a victory into your life, you know? And, you know, here it is, especially with the Knight of Pentacles results in the future, the Strength card. So yeah, I definitely feel like this is on the way. I think it's important that you don't lose yourself in this process here with the 7 of Wands. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the 3 tarot cards. See what we have. All right, so you have the Knight of Swords, you have the Ace of Cups, and you also have the 9 of Wands. Clarifying. So there is this one love message here, the Ace of Cups. You know, it's possible some of you are like waiting for the results of a pregnancy. I would say, even though this is a card of new love, I don't see new love anywhere else on the board. And so it is possible that some of you are just like, there's something connected to a pregnancy here. If you're not trying to get pregnant, I'd say do what you got to do there. the Knight of Swords is impulsivity. It's something that happens quickly, and it can be good or it can be bad. It can say like spring into action and do what you need to do, take charge. But on the other hand, if you go at the wrong time and you go too quick, it can be about like destruction or impulsivity. And so there's this fine line with the Knight of Swords. The Nine of Wands, you know, this is about perseverance and not giving up. Especially to get the 9 and the 7 of Wands, you're gonna have to like reach within yourself here to work through this conflict, and also to make sure that you're not forcing or rushing the results here of something. Let's go and see what we have in these oracles. Okay, so you have wealthy man, family room, and lovers. I do think that this is, for some of you, like really connected to like childbearing, or like pregnancy, or like starting a family. Like perhaps what's going on here is you're ready to start a family with your person now, they're not ready, or vice versa. And so like I think what I would say is, in that case, is like, if you truly love this person, there's got to be a give or take in the relationship, right? So, you know, yeah, you got to figure that out. Now on the other end, on the other end, I mean, there is some sort of competition here going on. Let me see. I'm not really getting much on the competition front from these. Let's go ahead and see what is in the other oracles here. All right. So you have determination, faith, happiness, and energy. Yeah, this idea of faith, or just trust and being guided at this time, is super important. You're very, very, very much determined, very like you're working very hard on these results. That's not the issue for you. The issue is not determination. The issue is like, can you be happy with the things that are out of your control? You know, that's what I'm saying here. Can you be happy knowing that there are some things that are out of your control here, Leo? And that really you can only control the things that are. So I'll leave you with that. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you. I'll see you in the next reading.